Hi guys, so this is the chronic illness tag. Is it chronic illness tag? Chronic illness tag. So I want to thank Becky from Miami for tagging me in this. Unfortunately, she, until very recently, has been the only person in the chronic illness community that I know. And so I don't have anyone to tag, but when I start getting more into this community, I mean, to be honest, I didn't really know there was a chronic illness community on YouTube, to be honest. And because everybody has like different illnesses and stuff, like I haven't really looked into it that much. So when I do, I will tell people about it. I know more people on Instagram, so I might kind of link it up on Instagram and try and do some sort of crossover, but I'm just a Billy No Mates on YouTube, so bear with me. So what are you diagnosed with? I have ME. I got it post-virally. I got glandular fever when I was 21 or 22, and I just never got better. I was really stressed and it just, yeah, my glandular fever just turned into ME. I don't have any other diagnoses, which I'm super lucky about, so that kind of feeds into worst side effect I've had from medication. I'm not on any medication. I'm not aware of any medication that works for ME. I think people who are on medication and have ME, I sort of assume they have something else and that's what the medication's for. What do you do at night when you can't sleep? I watch ASMR videos. I love ASMR videos. They are videos, they're definitely worth a go if it's something you've never heard of or never tried. They are things like massage and tapping and whispering and like very like self-care, like they'll kind of ooh and like you get tingles and stuff. So it's something that calms me down and like makes me in more of a sleepy mood. So I watch those every night actually. I do watch them every night and they send me to sleep. And then I would watch YouTube videos that aren't about being sick. How has this illness impacted your mental health? At the start, I was really very, I don't even know if depressed. I just fell apart. And that happened for a good couple of years. There were times where I don't know if I'd say suicidal. I very much thought that my situation was very hard and I was fighting very hard to get my life back, and I had the very objective realization that my previous life was not worth fighting that hard for. There wasn't anything in it that was worth fighting tooth and nail to get back. So I did feel like it wasn't worth continuing, and then I got my cat, and I know that sounds crazy, but I had to make a commitment to him. There was no way I was having him live with like my family if I wasn't around anymore, so I had to keep going to be around for him. And in order for me to keep going, I had to make a almost detached resolution that my life would have to be better than it was before, and I would have to enjoy it more. And the life that I have been fighting for ever since is a different life than the one I had before, and I am not going to behave in the same ways and attract the same behaviours from others and not look after myself and all those kind of things. And it is very much, this has been a full stop in my life, and the life that I'm fighting for now and I'm getting glimpses of now is a totally different life. So that's how I would say it's affected my mental health. It's just loneliness, not being yourself. I think it is essentially a type of brain injury, and so you're just not yourself, are you? And isolation and solitary confinement essentially is bloody hard. So congratulations for keeping going, because it's an absolute fucker. Describe your social life. For a long time I didn't have any social life, and now I'm getting a bit of a social life. I have a couple of friends who in the last like 6 months to a year I've kind of reconnected with a little bit. I'm still beating myself up that I haven't been as like seeing them as regularly as I'd want to. The whole way along I have seen my mum, my dad and my grandparents, and that has been it. A lot of people say that their friends kind of fell by the wayside. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, the point where I could have coped with seeing a friend was probably 2.5, 2.75 years down the line. So I know a lot of other people say their friends fell down the wayside. I didn't want to see a person for 2.5 years, so people do fall down the wayside. And also, if somebody is connected to something which has traumatized you, you're not going to trust them again, and they're a bad memory. And yeah, I mean, to be honest, that bit hasn't bothered me that much because I'm kind of an introvert and kind of, yeah, I don't know, a miserable cow. But what's the hardest thing to do when you're flaring? Everything. Becky from Miami said everything. I say everything. Thinking, in terms of making decisions, emotions, I go nuts. Physical stuff, aching legs, I get. Also, I've noticed if I cry, my legs will then ache that evening or the next day, which is a unique thing. Everything's hard. Do you have worries for the future? Yes, I do. I think we all do. Yeah, probably things I don't really go into. I mean, I speak to my mum every day, and there are, yeah, things we never talk about how I, I mean, obviously there's all those will I ever get better kind of things. And then, yeah, how this intersects with work is a really painful thing I don't talk about. But I don't know whether that's to do with the ME or to do with like the particular circumstances when I got ME. What's your favourite comfort food? Everything. Up until recently, I have just been eating everything and anything. And now I'm trying to be more healthy. I have to say, I've tried to be healthy all the way along, but it's been very much trying to put more fruit and veg into what I basically would have been eating anyway. And then when I go out, I would always take walnuts and I'd always take apples and bananas. And other than that, I just eat whatever. Tell us a valuable lesson you've learnt from being sick. I've learnt loads. I have learnt that my life before needed to change very drastically. I have learnt that we're really in this alone. I thought that recently. Somebody told me very sadly that someone in their family's other half had just died, and you know, I felt like I was making this big effort with like online dating and stuff, and oh, it'd be so lovely to like find this one person and stuff, and them telling me that, it was just such a reminder that you can find that great person and you can get married and you can have babies, and then they could die or you could split up, or and then you're just back to square one of you just being you. And when you're sick, there is always, you are your own entity. So I think, yeah, it's reminded me of that. You know, nobody's gonna swoop in and save you forever. And then another thing, I think it's taught me how great I am. I know that's so conceited, but I obviously forgot how great I was because I allowed myself to be treated in a certain way, and I'm incredibly determined to keep going with this. I'm a strong person. I think I have become definitely a wiser person from this. I see life in a different way. I've really made an effort. I've read like a lot of Eckhart Tolle and stuff about, like, I've started meditating and things, and I'm definitely wiser in that way. I think, I see things not as ego and how much money is that person earning, how posh does their car look. I don't think I was doing that before, but I definitely wanted validation that I was good at something, and so I was smart, and so I was valuable, and I'm fine as I am, and I'm actually really strong and have coped with absolutely unbelievably bad stuff. And yeah, I mean, when I get my health back, I will always have that. What's my last one? Name 3 things you miss that were taken from you by your illness. Oh, that's such a downer to end. I miss the self-esteem that I gained from earning money. I miss the freedom to do more than one thing in a day. I miss driving. I really miss driving. I'm kind of getting it back now a little bit, but I really felt like myself when I was zipping around in my car, so that's a big one. Have I missed anything out? I don't think I've missed anything out, so I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. I have been doing weekly vlogs of my kind of daily life. It's all about my journey from being very, very sick to climbing a mountain. And I'm gonna get there, and you'll come with me. So thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Please subscribe and please like and everything.